Hello! Hi, my name is Cabullo. I'm one of your beauty ministers, and today we'll be talking about how to retouch after a long day when you don't want to wash your face again to apply your makeup. So first, what you do is you get your oil control film because you don't want to wash your face again, but you want to remove the oil, or if you were outside, so there will be a lot of dirt or pollution and all of that. So you want to blot your face first. So you just dab it on the places that you get oil. So usually that's your forehead, that's your cheeks, or your chin. So you dab until you don't feel anything, but see, we have oil in there. So that's what you get the whole day. So by now your face is a bit drier than when you left your house in the morning, because you were all able to get all the oil, and in a way you removed the moisture from your face, but you don't want to apply moisturizer because it's going to be weird to face. So what you do is, if you have moisturizing mist or a moisturizing water, you can get it and you can spray it on your face before applying all the rest of your makeup. What you do also is you let it dry first, or you can dab a tissue, but usually I let it just dry there para my face will be a little more moisturized before we apply makeup again. Okay, once your face is dry, you might want to retouch the spots that has a bit of blemish, or if you have an acne or anything on the face, like I have a bit here and here. So you can use, just make sure to use the same formula for your foundation and for your concealer. So in this case, I'm using this concealer from MAC and this liquid foundation from Maybelline. So they're same consistency and medyo. I'll just use my fingers para mas madali for all the small blemishes that I want to cover. So there. So don't forget, don't apply concealer all over your face, and just apply on the ones that are imperfect, so like that. If you want to also put on your under eyes, so remember not to be very harsh with this area because it's very soft, it's very sensitive. After that, you can now apply your foundation. So I'll just get a few drops and I'll apply on strategic places in the face. So that would be the cheeks, where there's thicker skin than the rest of the face, some on the forehead, and some on the chin also. I usually use a mini kabuki brush because it's very easy to bring around. It's very small and it's not as heavy or not as espasol looking, to quote Bart. So apply in quick, brisk strokes. And again, just like concealer, don't apply it on your entire face. You might want to also avoid your kilay if you don't want to retouch your kilay. Okay, so if you want to add more coverage, like if you would be exposed to lights, or if you're gonna be photographed, or if you're gonna attend an event in the evening or a date, probably you might wanna also add like a thicker coverage foundation. So in this case, I'm going to apply a little bit of MAC Studio Fix. So to remove also the shiny part, so that's usually coming from the concealer and the cream or liquid foundation. You can always use the same brush. You can always comb your eyebrows so that they look better. So in my case, I'm using a brow gel, so I don't use powder. So it just looks natural, but it looks more brown. Because I have light hair, so I make sure that it's there. Brown. For your eyeshadow, the application is not really as heavy as you would like in the morning or if it's the first time that you're applying. But you might want to retouch the highlight parts, such as the middle of your call this area. So you might wanna add a little bit of the lightest colored eyeshadow that you're using. So usually the middle part, it's what you wanna make it stand out, diba? So that's the middle part. So for the shadow or the crease here in the upper part of your eye, you also apply a little bit so that you have a darker look. Kasi usually after 8 hours, no more makeup. So there. Usually 2 to 3 strokes is all it takes, since you already have makeup. And then, on the outer V of your eyes, you add a little bit of darker eyeshadow so that your makeup looks fresher and the side of your eyes looks deeper a bit. One of my favorite tricks also in retouching is applying eyeliner, because it never fails to give your face a very crisp and fresh look. So now, if you want to add a little more sparkle to your eyes, you can use a white eyeliner and you put a little bit here, this area of your face. When I feel I have more time, I also add here. And then I just pat it a bit para mukhang natural. Now for your blush, just make sure that when you dab your brush onto the product, you tap it a little bit so that it's not very fake on your face. I read this somewhere that if you apply your blush, and how to know it's enough is by squinting. And if you squint, you shouldn't be able to see anything. So if you still see a lot of color, that means it's too fake. So now we will be retouching the lips, and before we apply your lipstick, I usually apply lip liner. And how we do it is I start from the bottom lip, starting from the middle part of the lips, going up. After that, you will go to your upper lip, of course, and again, start from the middle, going up. When you're done, get your lipstick, which you can apply straight from the tube or you can use a lip brush. Whatever works, as long as it looks solidly opaque on your lips. Apply more on your upper lip. So you see, when you have lip liner, it appears more defined and more solidly applied on your face. And hindi halata that it's not the same shade. Okay. For the last touch, we're going to use this setting powder, or retouching powder also. Anything really works. And usually this is just to seal in everything and to look polished. Usually we need very little of this, and just also on the strategic places in the face. So I'm going to use very few and tap it a bit. So there, if you have shiny spots, this is also a good powder to use. There. And that's it. We're done. Thank you very much for watching my tutorial on how to retouch your makeup. This has been Cabullo, and for more tutorials and beauty articles, please visit bdjbox.com.